Hello, hello, hello. Sometimes you can start with a scribble and end up with amazing things. I started with this scribble in the center of my paper because I want to make a bird's nest. A bluebird's nest, you ask? Yes. Well, actually, I want a rainbow bird's nest. I just keep adding color after color. I want this nest to look inviting. The birds are coming back. It's spring. They're coming back. They're looking for homes to build. They grab all sorts of things like yarn and twigs and grasses and things like that. I would totally love it if I saw a rainbow bird's nest in real life. Well, the birds are flying above, circling, and they're looking straight down. It's called a bird's eye view. So when you have a bird's eye view, you're seeing the top of the tree. So we're going to draw the tree differently from the bird's eye view. These are branches coming out from the top of the tree. This nest is sitting right there at the top of the tree. I like to start with the letter Y when I draw a branch. Why a letter Y? Because it looks most like a branch. Then I go back in and I make it thick at one end and thinner as it goes away from the tree. Add more of the letter Y as you add branches. And as you add them, just put more color, connect it in a way that it looks like it could actually be a tree branch. And more letter Y's. And little ones. As it gets further away from the middle of the tree, the branches tend to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, the next step after this will be to add the leaves. Now the leaves are coming back. Things are starting to bud and bloom. And so now we have this very nice nest. And all I use, once again, is that crazy green scribble squiggle line right about here. And I just go to town. Let's make that focus better. Here we go. And as I go, quick and easy, because who wants to draw every individual leaf? There's so many leaves on a tree. There's something else I want to do because some trees at this time of the year are blooming and there are buds everywhere. So I'm going to want to add some little specks of color to represent that this tree is blooming. I thought that was a pinkish color. That looks like red. Those look like apples. And we keep going, adding flowers that are blooming in this tree with this wonderful nest. Now, I know by now you're probably wondering, how are we going to add birds to that messy rainbow nest? Quite easily. In fact, the birds won't be exactly drawn on this page. The birds are going to be some three-dimensional sort of birds using another small piece of paper. So there we have the tree. And those are the branches. If you'd like, you could add more branches. From this view, those branches look exactly like more individual trees, doesn't it? But from the sky, the birds see a good place to call home, a great place to make a nest, to raise their young, to lay their eggs and raise their young. This is a really big tree. It's okay to get a little carried away. I just don't like to see a lot of empty white space when I make art. I like to fill the page. I like for everything to be looking full. I swear, that's the quickest way to make those leaves at the top of the tree. It suggests that there are leaves there, because no one really wants to draw so many individual leaves. All right. That's looking wonderful. I'm very pleased. Very, very pleased with that. Okay, so, like I said, the bird is going to be three-dimensional. So I'm going to scoot this to the side a little bit. And I have a small piece of paper. It's about 4-inch square. And my handy-dandy fruit cup. I use this for lots of things when I'm making art because it's something that has a little dip at the top here where I can put my finger there, press down, and it won't move when I need to trace something. So I'm going to trace a circle on this paper. So I hold down, press down, give a little pressure, and go all the way around the edge. Voila, circle's there. And the next step will be to cut it out. Now, it is very important to take your time and cut this on the line. If this is not more circular, you'll have problems with your bird. Because these birds are going to be our rocking robins. Rockin' Robin in the tree. They're going to be wiggling in that nest. Oftentimes, if you've ever seen birds in a nest, there's a lot of activity, especially when the little ones are in there. There's a whole lot going on there. We'll fold it in half like a taco, I like to say. Fold it in half like a taco. And it makes it so that when you open it slightly, this little fellow rocks. Rockin' Robin. You'll add your bird details. And let's go ahead and make this into a bird. I say a beak. And then the head. The body is oval shape, and then a triangle for the tail. Tiny piece of paper, not so easy to do. But hey, we're all up for the challenge. Oh, the other side, exact same thing in the opposite direction because we want it to be a mirror image. Beak, head. Circle for the head, oval for the body, once again, and the tail is a triangle shape. Now, I'm not adding feet because this robin is sitting in a nest. Oh, and robins have that orange area on their bellies, so I'm going to make that. There's the wing. Let me add that detail on this other side, the orange belly. There's the Rockin' Robin ready to inhabit the nest. I made a couple earlier today. I made a cardinal. And I had to remember a few details like that they have a crown of feathers on the top of their heads, and they also have the mask area around their eyes. That's black. I did make a robin that is brown with the orangish, reddish orange belly. Same thing on both sides. So the fun part is when you're all done and you've made your family, and I'm just going to let these friends hang out in this nest today. You've made your family of birds. You put them in your nest and give your paper a little shake, and your Rockin' Robins are having a good time. Now the bird's eye view of this is not as fantastic as my view is from the side. Looks like Robin is really having a good time. Looks like the cardinal's kind of shy. He's not moving as much. I think that's something fun to do for spring. Gotta have some kinetic art here. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. So I'd like you to try that. Have fun with it. Have fun with making your nest with scribbly, scrabbly, rainbow. Add the bird's eye view of the tree with the branches coming out. Add things of spring in the trees if you like. Or just leave it a plain green tree if you'd like. But that was fun, and that's what I like to call the Rockin' Robin project. I've done that numerous times, and then my students tend to really love that. They really love the fact that these little birdies are going to move. Enjoy. Remember, create cool stuff. Come back and see me again.